Hi, I'm Coop with Head Tyrolia, here today in our Boulder, Colorado showroom to talk to you about our all-new line of Core boots. These boots have been redesigned in every aspect, from the last to the features to the liners. So an entirely new line of Core boots. We're very excited about them, especially about the performance of these boots. When we look at the lineup, we have a full lineup, whether we talk about starting at the men's Core 130 down to the 120 and the men's 110. And then in the women's specific, we have the 105 along with the women's 95 Core boot. Even with the junior tweener model, we've got a Core 90 team that we'll talk about as well. When we look at these boots, we're going to talk about different last shapes. These lasts are derived from the world famous Raptor as well as the Head Formula last. And that really, those boots have been so successful for us, we couldn't ignore them when we came to redesigning the Core boots. And that's exactly what we've done. We've incorporated that forefoot that opens up, allows the ball of the foot to relax, whether it's in the 98 or the 100 millimeter last, but really is V-shaped, tapers back into a nice, concise heel pocket. We know when you're ascending as well as you're descending the mountain, it's very important that we lock that heel into place, and these boots contain those particulars in the heel and ankle pocket, just like our Formula and Raptor boots do. When we talk about the boot, the Core line in particular, we're going to talk about two last shapes, as I mentioned. The 98 last shape, which is our LV or low volume last, both in the men's and women's collection, as well as the 100 millimeter last, or our MV, medium volume last. And you'll see the last designation right on the heel of the boot in the Core logo, either specifying LV or MV. Looking at the boots as they line up, we also use different materials or different plastics within the boots. And in the lightest version, the Core 130, we're using Grilamid plastic, which is a very light, dense plastic that we can create a shell that is thinner in its wall thickness, but also gives you that dampness and performance that you come and expect from a Head boot. So this boot weighs in as light as any of the boots in the entire series, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a moment. When we talk about the rest of the boots, the men's, the women's, and the junior boots outside of the 130, those are built off of a polyurethane or a PU lower, or a SL or a super light upper. And that's really blending performance as well as lightweight properties into the rest of the series of boots. When we talk about the features of the boots, we're going to blend lightweight features but also performance contributing attributes to the boots, so that we're blending not only lightweight and movable features that allow you to ascend, but really performance-driven features that allow you to descend with the most confidence possible. When we look at the boot as a whole, all of these boots are equipped with grip walk toes and heels. They have low-tech Dynafit inserts that work with pin or AT bindings in particular. That grip walk toe and heel is bridged by an additional rubber insert, so that when you're hiking on rock outcroppings or climbing onto a snowmobile or jumping into a helicopter, you've got the best traction possible that the ski boot can give you. We have an all-new hike ski mechanism, which ensures that you get a full range, 53 degrees range of motion in the upper cuff. But when you lock that hike mechanism down, you're getting all that confidence and rearward support that you've come and known from Head boots in the past. In conjunction with that, the anchor or the fixation point of that hike ski mechanism can be flipped over, and you can increase the forward lean of the boot by 1 degree. The angles of these boots, whether we're talking about the men's or the women's, are a 4-degree ramp angle coupled with a 16-degree forward lean. In conjunction with that, we have some great features on the boot, like a buckle lock that allows you to lock the buckles in place while you're ascending. It opens up that cuff a little bit to give you a little freedom of movement and ensure that range of motion, but still holds that heel in a lockdown position. We're also using lightweight or super leggera buckles on all of the boots. Great closure systems, along with a full SL power strap with ratchet closure on the upper end buckles. or on the upper end boots, I should say. When we talk about the Core 130, we use a different liner, an EVA liner. This is an extremely light, but yet dense and very supportive liner. This is a liner that must be molded before you ski on it. So the boot is not ready to be skied as it comes in the box until you get with your boot fitter and go ahead and heat mold this liner. The liner will take a shape of the shell itself, as well as a very particular shape of your lower leg, as well as your foot. When we get into the rest of the series of boots, the 120, the 110, the women's 2 models, those are regular ski boot liners that envelop heat molding systems, so we can still get a great impression of the foot with the heat molding of the liner. In conjunction with that, all of the shells have form fit technology. Form fit technology allows us to put the shell of the liner, or the shell of the boot, into an oven, get a mold of the boot, put it on your foot, and let that shell really work out the little nuances or the little hot spots that your foot might have when it's integrated with the boot. So it takes away that break-in period just in a matter of about 10 minutes with your boot fitter. All of these boots, like I said, use the new hike ski mechanism, give you that great ascension, but also that great downhill performance and that confidence that you've come to expect from Head boots. I urge you to get out on these boots, try them out for yourself at your Head authorized retailer.